ladies and gentlemen, welcome the talented, handsome Brian Manley to the show.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I do need an introduction. Most people don't have any idea who I am, which is okay.
Well,
I like to lay in wait.
So tell everybody
like a lurker.
why. Yeah, lurker.
Oh, yes, I am.
You have the face of a lurker.
And a face for radio, obviously.
Yeah, you do have a face for radio.
His is way better than mine.
Oh yeah.
Are we judging each other's faces right now? I feel very self-conscious. All right.
That's what this whole thing is about.
This is therapy.
They said, hey, why don't you guys come on and talk about how you look for 2 hours? That sounds like a great idea. Tell everybody who you are and what you do, why they should know you.
All right. My name is Brian Manley from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a graphic designer. I have my own shop in Atlanta called Fun with Robots Design Company, or whatever the heck you want to call it. And I do lots of music packaging, lots of restaurant design, some branding, some of this, some of that. Nonprofit church work and stuff like that. But pretty boring, pretty basic, work out of my house kind of dude. But I get to hang out with cool people and do work for way cooler people.
So we got the opportunity to hang out with you a little bit last week as well when we were at a conference together, and hearing you talk about some of the clients that you work with and how they hook you up. You work with some like high-end restaurants and things like that. Talk to us about what it feels like to walk into a place that you got to design and work on and then feel like you're just treated like royalty.
It is kind of nice. It is nice to walk into a joint where it takes like 3 or 4 weeks to get a reservation. I call up like an hour before and go, hey, you guys got a table for me? It's like, of course we do, Mr. Manley. It's nice. It's cool to walk in. But mostly it's just, what am I trying to say? It's nice to like take people out and go check out this cool place. Because more than I'm excited about my design, because I don't like to be like, hey, look what I did.
Yeah.
It's fun to take people in and go, hey, look what my friends are cooking at this place. That is sick. There's a new place we helped open up by the Braves Stadium that sells dope fried chicken. It's called Feed Fried Chicken, and it's always fun to take people in before a baseball game and go here.
Yeah.
I wish I had like tokens I could be people like, or give people, say, hey, go get a free chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
But
It's on Manley.
It's on Manley, but
Manley the Chicken Man.
I did some Chick-fil-A work a long time ago, and everyone asked, did you get paid in chicken sandwiches?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I got cash.
Yeah,
No, I got cash money.
Because I look like I got paid in chicken
I
sandwiches.
buy my own
they
sandwiches.
They don't let me pay my mortgage in chicken sandwiches. So
my daughter's school does not accept that as payment.
No.
It's not cryptocurrency yet.
Yet.
Keyword yet.
We'll
Chick-fil-A
get
crypto.
there. You said something that I think is interesting because you are.
Go ahead, Luke. You have another one?
Not yet.
We'll wait. We have all the time in the world. Foul
That
bites.
sounds good.
No, because that's not great branding, right? Like, oh, that was a
No one
foul
wants the word
bite.
foul.
It's not my
anything
job,
foul.
guys. I take pictures. I don't brand things.
Cluck coin. That's
Cluck coin.
also very hard
That
to
one's
say.
just you.
Cluck's dangerous, though. You're like tiptoeing the edge.
yes,
That's
you're
the
right.
problem.
I like it.
With
Yeah.
what then? So one
Luck.
thing.
Luck coin, which is very popular.
You said this thing about you don't really like to tout what you do. You don't like to hey, look at what I did, look what I made, and that's very true. Because like when we first started talking last week, and it was really my first introduction. We'd met before, but like it was my first introduction to you. Instantly these days, anyway, I go to Instagram and say, okay, what I have recognized something this person's worked on, and you don't post a lot of your work on there. It's a lot of family photos, weird, fun photos of you in random places and bathroom shots.
Yeah.
Outfits. I'm just kidding. I don't.
No, I'm not a fashion blogger.
So
Yet.
where does that come from? Why separate yourself from your work so much?
Yeah, it's weird. Matt from Forefathers lit me up last week. He's like, dude, post your stuff. We want to see it. And I'm like, oh, I forget that you guys are friends and you care.
Yeah.
I kind of hide behind this wall of maybe it's either insecurity or I just don't want the hassle of someone like critiquing it when I'm just like, hey man, this record's already to print. Here's the deal. And someone goes, dude, that's stupid. Or hey, that apes some other else's style.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with that drama. But Matt really kind of lit me up and was like, dude, you got to. Scotty Russell, my buddy we're doing the workshop with, he's like, I have no idea what you do because your website, you haven't updated it in like 3 years. And it's like, yeah, son, because I'm working. But it's so nice to know that my friends and you guys want to see it. So I feel very affirmed between Crop and this Creative South Conference, seeing my friends. Everyone goes, let me just see your stuff. So my brain's kind of awakening to this idea of sharing with people. I feel like pardon my French, it's a little bit of ego masturbation when you just like everyone's just pumping what they do all the time,
right?
And I'm not about doing that.
But I think critique's like the same way though, because like you'll put something out there and you have these people that just feel this need to find fault in it, and there's many times where it's like, bro, we're past that. This thing's already launched. You just say you like it or don't say anything. Like, that's where we're at. But I feel like that's ego on the other end as well. So like anybody that's like, you see a design, you feel the need to give your input, maybe hold off. It's okay not to a few times.
Yeah, the judgment zone I'm not a huge fan of, but the affirmation zone where we can lift each other up.
Yes.
Or if you have a problem with it, hit me up face to face. Like, that's my thing, where there's a social disconnect because we're all faceless icons or avatars online. Right. But if there's an issue you got, let's hammer it out. Let's talk about it, and someone pull me aside. That's what I'd rather be a part of. The less of the gossipy kind of trash talk stuff, and more like the, hey, let's just screw around and have fun, share our work. So I'm kind of warming up to that. It's also weird too. I had a buddy of mine who just had a kid, and he's like, "You'll never see a picture of my kid on any of my social media." I'm like, that's interesting. Why would you say that? He's like, we're just not doing it like that. Yeah. Like, you'll see his work only, but no kid. Where I'm just like, my daughter rules. It's the dopest thing ever. And I'm like, here's my kid. Like, she looks like she got punched in the face, but she fell. Looks like dad might have been a little bit too violent, and defects got called on.
Can I be honest? You're pushing that story a little too heavy.
Yeah. Well, I know. It's like,
he does protest too much, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I was telling someone earlier, they're like, dude, your daughter's so cute. And she fell like last summer. I was so sad because she got this big black eye, and it looked gnarly. Went to the ER, and they obviously go, we're going to talk to your kid first, and mom and dad go away, and then they kind of go, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
So instantly you feel like a villain.
Yeah, you feel like the bad guy because they set you that.
It reminds you, though, that they must see some gnarly stuff. Right. But the weirdest was walking through Target one day. We're walking hand in hand, his daddy, daughter, chill. But the way I look like a Neanderthal with tattoos, and there's my beautiful daughter with this little bruised face. You see it in people's faces. Yeah. They're judging the hell out of you. It's amazing.
Yeah, like what did she ever do to you?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think what's interesting about it's Instagram curation, it's social curation, whatever you want to call it. But I think we often see it from the other direction. You know, the way that your friend does it. So I think it's. I struggle with the word commendable because I don't know that it's necessarily that, but it's definitely. I like that there's an intentionality to it.
Right.
And it's interesting for me to hear someone like you because we've now been able to befriend each other. That's a thing. That's fine.
Fair, yeah, I like
he's been talking about you a lot, honestly. Luke and I have to be like, Andrew, just chill, man. It's okay.
He's just a dude.
He's fine.
They're all just a man.
He's fine.
Turns out he's a guy.
But he's very manly.
That's true.
But I think it's for you to say that there's a piece of it where you're dealing with some of the insecurities of it. Like I don't see, and everyone has insecurities, but like the persona or the public-facing version of you would seem like that's not even something that you would struggle with. And for people who are listening right now, or for our audience who might listen to this later when this isn't live, and push this through our regular channels, that's huge because I think every person needs to recognize that even the people that we admire, even the people that in the public, public-facing, are fun and loud and crazy and seems like nothing could possibly bother them or rattle them. There's still that element, and you've got to, I don't know, it's not imposter syndrome, but it's definitely the insecurity that I think.
But it's also kind of an equalizer in a bit. Like, that's one thing that I've realized is that did my voice feel like it just broke a bit?
It did.
That was weird.
I've seen that Brady Bunch
finally
happening.
Is it finally happening?
Oh, I'm so excited, everybody.
I've heard so much about this moment.
But it's kind of like an equalizer. It comes to the point that the work is the thing that has to be the standout because it's very easy to use the emotional piece. As a crutch, that sounds a little bit dramatic, but it's very easy to kind of like blame these other things that you're dealing with. Everybody's dealing with them. Sure. So like the work is that's the focus. That's the place you're putting your effort in. In the other, view it instead as we're just a big group of sad, scared people. We're all on the same place. Like we're all like coming from the same place. We're having to deal with the same things, and so we can like remove that insecurity and focus on the work, and then also community.
Yeah. So community, I think, is a big key to why you do these things, right? So you don't just kind of come and you're not a casual observer of conferences. You come and you get in the thick of it. You are talking, you are hosting workshops, you are doing a whole variety of things. In fact, you're going to leave here in just a minute and you're going to be getting set up for your workshop, the other part of your workshop with Scotty Russell. But when we talked, it seemed like the reason that you come to these conferences initially is maybe different than why you continue to come to these conferences. So like for people who are out there, if this is their first time being at a conference, or if they're listening later and they're like, I don't know, I don't know about this conference thing. Yeah, I'm considering doing something like this, whether it's Creative South or anything else. What advice do you have as a conference veteran?
Well, I became a conference veteran because I got thrown into it head first. I didn't know any of this culture existed really online. I didn't know there was this like next level designer creative culture. I was just a designer. I had some designer buddies. We'd hang out, have beers. But I didn't know this whole world existed. And one day, Mike Jones called me and said, hey, I saw a message you did at a church in Montana, thanks to Raji King. Really good stuff. Would you want to come down and speak at my conference? And I'm always, when it comes to speaking, I just say, yeah. But I had no idea what it was. I'm like, cool, we need a bio, we need a thing. I showed up, and I expected everyone, when I got on stage, to have their laptops open and just give me this disgusting look of, yeah, make me laugh, dummy. And what was really nice was, like, within a few seconds, they laughed at something that wasn't even a joke, or they applauded, and I was like,
oh, I got this.
It was like an emotional hug.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how many people fit in the Springer, but it was a hug from everybody, and it was like, whatever this is, I dig it. Then the parties and hanging out at night, all that stuff is where you build community and build bonds. I may not see you guys for another 9-10 months, but I know when we see each other next time, we'll pick up right where we left off.
Sure.
It's the weirdest thing that happens. This natural community takes place, and I love being a part of it. But also, you can't waste your money. This is not about like hanging out all night, raging on gin and tonics, and then going to bed going, oh, that was a terrible idea. You got to learn something. You got to get with it. I got to realize I'm an old dude. I'm 39 years old, and there's all these young students here who are trying to learn anything because we have wisdom.
Right.
We've been doing this 10, 12, 13 years, whatever it is, and the wisdom we have is gold for these students or these younger people. So my whole thing is let's teach, let's talk, let's share. Our workshop is about public speaking because we've been to a lot of design conferences, and some of the talks are less than great.
Yeah,
Sure.
And so we're trying to think, how can we bolster that and make, if you're going to spend your hard-earned money to come to Creative South, or Crop, or whatever conference it may be, that you're getting your money's worth when someone's delivering a talk. So that's kind of where I approach it as, or where I approach it from. I just think you can. It's what are those old books? The Choose Your Own Adventure book.
Yeah.
You can come here, lay in your hotel, and just chill. And I think for some people, that might be what they need
It's
to
a
do.
vacation from life,
Yeah, because their job might be crushing them. Stay in your hotel room and chill. Like, order room service and just remember what it feels like to just watch Netflix for 4 hours straight without guilt.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think or just come out here and learn everything you can.
Yeah.
Can you give us a tease? You said the speaking, right? Public speaking. Is there like a step one? If someone is just, they want to start conquering that fear, or maybe, we've had a couple artists lately that are in our community that were given opportunities to do something at an event, whether it's like a live draw or something like that, and they were just like, I don't know if I can do it because I don't know if I can get in front of people. So what's like a first step towards conquering that?
Well, it's amazing. The first step, I think, is realize if you take that adventurous step, you have to take it, but know that everyone that's watching you is not judging you the way you think they are, and they're jealous of you because they don't have the guts to do what you just did.
Yeah.
Like live drawing at a Ink Wars or something. I don't have the guts to do that. So when I see people do that, I'm like, good on you. But also get up. I can talk in front of 500 people and do the what, and to ask for money or ask for whatever, and it's fine because you take that first step. So realizing that people aren't judging you as much as you think they are. And then secondly, just obviously be yourself. Like, we want to see your weirdness. Everyone wants to, they don't want to see you be like so-and-so.
Sure.
Because that feels false, so we can sniff it out. But just taking that first step and just going, hey, no one else has the guts to do it. And that's about it.
Even if you are like, the you version is like different or weird. Like I'm this way too. If I see someone, even if there's part of me that's like, I just do not connect or understand that person at all. If I feel like they're being them, it's just like full respect.
Yeah.
Like, cool, you're you. I totally get it.
Yeah, even if the you version of you isn't like what would particularly suit the me version of me, we're each doing ourselves.
Yeah.
Or
All right.
you know what I'm saying?
Luke, help.
You're on your own. Good luck.
Okay, so we know what it's 2:23. We've got a couple more minutes with you right before you have to bounce.
Do we get to play the game?
Well, no.
And I want to do the. Oh,
Do you want him to play the game?
So here's the problem. Y'all did this already.
Yeah.
But I missed it.
He didn't do the game.
I didn't do the game. I saw the thing.
We can do the game.
Let's just do the game.
right,
Let's do the game. Let's get
That's
into
what
it.
I want to do. It's like my. It's fun.
that's
so
fine.
I'll explain it
Okay.
in case you missed
Thank
it.
you.
So we are the masters of one. We have one thing that we talk about, whether it's TV, film, toys and games, art and design. But here we add more categories. So you're going to pick one, and for the next couple minutes, you are the master of that. You're going
Okay.
to tell us something cool, noteworthy, sweet that you think people need to know about from your perspective.
So just
Okay.
flip one.
Is by chance one talk about the band Rush?
I don't know.
We had one called Manliness, and Andrew lost it.
It's true.
First day.
By the way, the least manly thing you could do is to lose it. Or maybe it's the most. I don't know.
It had a mustache on it.
We had
so-
one that was Star Wars that Dustin Lee stole.
What is this
Oh,
one?
did he? Food. We have food.
Food.
Nice.
I can talk about food. As a guy who keeps getting larger, because I'm going to Leon's getting larger as well. That is an airplane reference my daughter loves. If you ever seen the movie Airplane?
Yeah, sure.
And Leon's getting. That's very funny.
Yeah.
It's funny for my daughter's film. Food. Okay, here we go. Food. As a master of food, I'll tell you what, as a culinarian, if you will.
Yes.
Because that's what we use in the world.
Yeah.
Which world?
Culinary.
The food world.
Ish
Cool.
food world.
Yeah, cool. I'm not the master of food, so I'm
I'm
just
the
trying to
master of
learn.
food today.
I'm at the feet of the master.
Yeah, I will just tell you, it's an ever-changing game out there. We were
Yeah.
farm to table a few years ago, but guys, everything is farm to table. Everything starts at a farm.
Yeah.
Your Doritos theoretically start at a farm,
Wait, that's good
but
news.
then they
I
go
think.
through some machine that puts it.
Luke's been eating farm to table. He's
That's what I'm
been
saying.
Wait,
You've
so
eaten farm
how
to
about
table.
this? Oreos are vegan.
I know, because that cream is technically just whipped oil,
It's so good.
which doesn't even count. You're not allowed to call it
Vegan.
cream, CREAM, so they call
Yeah.
it CREME.
Yeah.
It's like KRS.
It's
I'm
French,
okay.
and they'll never know it's not
I
real.
bought in. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't question another language.
No.
Yeah, because it's not-
Okay, food. Y'all are
Food.
distracted.
No,
It's
distracted away.
fine.
As a master, but I will. I'm also trying to become a grill master, as everyone tries to become.
yeah.
So as a grill master, I just read an article recently that said charring your food on a grill actually has a higher risk of like being cancer causing, because obviously the carcinogens and stuff
Sure,
like
sure,
that.
sure.
So I want to write a book or do a deep dive study some days, like guys who work at a barbecue place. How come those dudes aren't dying like left and right?
Right.
Because they're inhaling beef, pork,
It's true.
smoke, funkiness.
I know
all the
why.
time. Why?
Because after you're done cooking the food all day, you don't want to eat it. They just eat salads. Those guys
fair.
are all vegans.
That's fair.
They know exactly how the meat is made, and they're like, no, I don't want to
So
do that.
you want to be a grill master that makes like steak tartare?
Well,
It
you
sounds
can't-
easy. Honestly, it doesn't sound like a
I
lot
want
of
to be
work.
well. I want to be a grill master where I can like just manage a flame, where I can just look at the flame and go, yeah, we need to put the grill grate about 18 inches above
Yes.
it. The grill master dude is the guy who takes his hand and puts it over the fire. It's a force. He gets a 4 Mississippi.
Just like-
That means it's right about
Yeah.
400 degrees. 5 Mississippi's like 5. It's or 3. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to become that guy.
What
All right.
tools? So explain the tools to me. I mean, I have an idea, but
Fire.
Well, have you never seen a
most
Father's
basic of
Day
tools.
Charcoal.
advertisement? That's it. Father's Day is the grills, the spatula, the flipper thing.
are there things that make I'm assuming there are price ranges. Like I'm sure there's a $5 spatula and like a
what's the plural on
$50.
that? Spatula, spatula, spatulize.
Well,
I think it's just spatula.
I think it's
There's a
just
town in Alabama.
Well, now you've made me question everything in my reality.
Okay, but what makes a high quality spatula? I just want to know like what
I
makes
will
a
tell you this.
You have
I
to
do
go to
know this is
Spatula
a fact.
City.
Okay. Yeah.
I've received multiple spatulas / flippers over the years, and here's the thing: when you want to kind of press down on that steak to
Yeah.
see where it's at, and if that thing's getting a little hot and
Bends.
it's not made well and it bends, it's like a coat hanger. You got
Yeah.
garbage.
Yep.
It is extremely difficult to find the perfect flipper that doesn't have a bend. So I'm going to Lowe's
Rebar.
and you actually might make my own.
You're testing them,
I
right?
test them. I can just feel they're hollow behind them because I have tacoed more of those things,
Yes.
just trying to get some pressure
Absolutely.
on it. Also being manly, it's
Right,
like
just
when
too
Hulk does
strong.
stuff, it's
Yeah,
just too
yeah,
strong.
yeah.
Also, you shouldn't use a spatula on tacos. I think that's maybe your biggest issue. Use tongs for
Oh,
tacos.
crud, this
right?
might be a problem.
Taco
yeah.
tongs.
Maybe I'm not the master of food, but that's how I do my. I'm still in the search of this perfect.
So it's
search
the
of
weight
perfect
and it's
spatula.
the
The tensile strength. The thing's got to be able. You got to be able to push down
Yes.
with that thing.
I like it.
Also, you have to be able to like you're a drummer in a rock band, be able to spin that thing in your fingers.
Yes.
I think that's the master level, right?
I'm
it's a
with you,
notch.
man.
It just needs a notch.
Wait,
so you can just
you also need a holster, right? You need a holster
Of
for your
course.
grill tools.
And you
Yes.
you have the smock thing that
Yes.
says "Kiss the Cook."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
And no
with like
shirt.
the tan lines and the muscles.
Yeah, I have the fake muscles.
Yeah,
Or the
muscles.
one that's like,
Yeah.
it looks like
Shorts.
Spider-Man.
Yes,
That's what I want.
All of this is
I
great.
got one of those for my wife for Christmas. That's Wonder Woman
Spider-Man one? Oh.
apron and not the
Shut
Wonder
up,
Woman.
I have that one.
Do you really?
Not for me, for my wife. Just to be clear.
But my
yeah.
wife
why?
looked at it, again, giving your wife any sort of food, like cooking based things. Like, what's this trying to tell me?
I know. Yeah.
And I'm like, my
Way to
dog.
back up the stereotypes.
I know exactly. Here we are. We're this lunkheads. So yeah, I'm the master of food, guys.
That's good.
Dude,
I
you
think
killed
you
it.
killed that. So, one final thing before we ask you to draw tokens for us for our next episode is you're also kind of the master of impersonations. Like
Oh, yeah.
coming
Oh,
from
boy.
coming from what I would say a
Someone that isn't.
isn't a person who can appreciate a good one. As we were chatting
Oh, boy.
in Louisiana last week.
There was a character that emerged. We know that character.
Yeah, Luke, why don't you lead into that?
Well, I mean, I think you know where we're going with this.
Is this Andrew Dice Clay?
Well, there's
There is
maybe
that
him,
one. Oh,
but
sorry.
there's a guy named Rodney.
Oh yeah, oh, see, my Dice and my Rodney kind of become
That's
one
okay.
thing. Like Andrew Dice Dangerfield might be a character I
Yes,
should make.
yes.
Oh my goodness. All right, take my wife, please. I really don't know any.
It's good.
But that's all that you need to
I
say.
need
though.
like 6 more
But
whiskey
you
cocktails.
You
and
throw
then
it
there you
in.
go.
You throw those like little things in the.
right.
Yes,
That's all you gotta
yes,
do.
that's
You know
the
what it is?
one.
I realized the other day, if the conversation's kind of like
Yeah.
either hit a fun point or like we're just being stupid.
Right,
It's like,
right.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
And then
that's
it
all I
just
do.
goes, wait a minute, I know that.
Yeah.
Like, it's instant. Yeah.
I know, but except for I referenced Dangerfield to someone in our class this morning, and they were like, I don't know.
Who?
23-year-old
Can we,
kids.
can we
sad.
at least get
Oh.
the I get no respect?
I get no respect. All right.
You should have said that when you did you say that when you referenced them and they didn't know?
I believe I said this gentleman receives not a lot of respect from people. And they're like, they don't like that at all.
All right,
I
so
remember my doctor wanted a urine test and an olive came out. I get no respect.
I think the best one is when he says, I went to the doctor for something, whatever it was, and I asked for a second opinion. He's like, you're ugly too. All right.
okay, so for our show, we typically what we'll
Yes.
do is we'll give you an opportunity to tell everybody where they can follow you, where they can find you, they can see your work. Maybe
Yes.
since it's not on social media, tell them where maybe some of the stuff where they can go see what you've
Yes, you can go to funwithrobots.com or Instagram at Brian Manley on all the socials, and then funwithrobots.com for all the design stuff that hasn't been updated in like 4 years.
done. Which is perfect.
Yeah.
That's what you want in a social
the
media.
stale
and you want-
website. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so go check out his. If anything, just hang out. Anytime you see Brian, just gravitate to him. All right, before you head out of here, can you help us by picking
Yes.
tokens? I'm going to shuffle these up so we don't know what they are. Go ahead and pick one and hand it to
Just hand me one. I'm not looking.
Yeah,
All right. Boom.
I have art and design.
nice.
Okay.
TV and film, toys and games.
All right, congratulations,
This is
everybody! You did
perfect.
it. So we're gonna hop off of here with you, Brian. You're an amazing guy.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
Yes, yes.
Thanks for having me on, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
See you around.
Thanks, buddy.